Hi, yes, and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Thank you for being present to my channel. I have my crystal ball off to the side. If any messages come, I will pause and say them immediately at that time. Otherwise, you guys, I may forget. I do have my windows open right now for the time being. So, to hear those beautiful birds singing. We are on June 10th, and I was trying to go to the 11th already, so it's important for me to stop for a second and let you know, in case for those of you who aren't aware, tomorrow is a full moon in Sagittarius, so a lot of passion, creativity, opportunities for you to really step into ambition, motivations, and take action is going to come and really be heat up for you, okay? If you would like to meditate on the full moon, I highly encourage doing that. But let's check and see what we have for June 10th, because this is the day that we are on today. And the author is writing about transitions today, how the inner child handles transitions, and how you, as the adult being the body, the vessel, the one who speaks and walks and carries your inner child around, how you handle transitions, okay? I accept the transitions in my life. If this is something that's triggering you or is hard for you to say, I encourage it for you to use this as your mantra, okay? I accept the transitions in my life. Acceptance is such a huge, important role in our lives, especially to have inner peace and in this profound love that's unconditional. Okay. And if you are resonating with this, I'm going to encourage you to check out the birthday reading today for June 10th, even if it's not your birthday. Because there are some messages there that are resonating with this, and I'm feeling the energy here already. Also, it may be significant for you to find out where Mercury and Gemini are in your birth chart, okay? Today, I will let go of my obsessive need to resolve immediately all that is unresolved in my life. I will be patient and trust the outcome, whatever it is, will be in my best interest. Let me say that again. I will be patient and trust that the outcome, whatever it is, will be in my best interest. I survived in my dysfunctional family by being able to anticipate danger and take steps to avoid it. Now, as an adult, I become anxious and worried when I can't predict the outcome of a situation. Yet life is not always painted in black and white. Many issues fall inside the gray zone, where issues cannot be immediately resolved and loose ends dangle in an untidy mess. Life is not always black and white, and if this is something you're struggling with, Archangel Zadkiel can help you embrace some more colors in your life to help you embrace the rainbow of life, joy, connecting with your inner child's joy as well. I know that the next step I must take along my path toward personal growth involves learning to live in the gray zone. Actually, gray is a very wise color. It brings wisdom. So being in the gray zone, from the black and white to the gray, that means that you have gained some wisdom at this point in time. If you feel that you've overcome some of these challenges in your life that you had of, you know, not anticipating bad outcomes, not anticipating that something is going to harm you or something bad is about to happen, not having that anxiety or worry, please check out the birthday reading. I can't encourage this enough. There's some really profound messages, especially if you struggle with fear and anxiety in your life. I will give up my demand that all my life situations be quickly resolved. Even when I cannot predict the outcome of a situation, I will trust that all will be well. Today I will be comfortable living with transitions. Transitions. There is a huge difference anticipating you know what's going to happen next based on others, based on projections by others, based on others' behavior, versus having your intuition, your inner wisdom, your inner knowing and guidance. Okay? So it's important that you go within first. And I just have angel bumps all around me. So this is definitely a message that Spirit is wanting you to know, to go inside, to stop basing your life based on external environments, external beings, external, like based on society. Or sure, is it good to know character? Yes. At the same time, oftentimes, have you ever done the thing where you put your foot in your mouth, per se, of where you just assumed and already had this story created, this mind made up about how someone was because they had character, because they kind of reminded you of your dysfunctional family, and so you automatically projected onto them your upbringing or things that you know that were just traits, characteristics, just things you place labels on these people because of what you grew up with. So there's the disservice that you're doing for everyone when you live this way. You're doing a major disservice for yourself, because instead of you actually honing in your own intuition, your gut, checking in with your inner child, your higher self, going inward to find that introspection is so important and key, like the Hermit card, of having this so that you can go in and find your answers there. Search within your soul, okay? And then you're going to be able to reflect this on the outside as opposed to just living based on others' lives. That's what I'm trying to send the message here in the best way that I can. So, yeah, predicting the outcome of a situation. There's a difference in predicting an outcome of a situation based on others' ways and how they are, their characteristics, who they are, and as opposed to predicting the outcome based on what you've already know, what you've already feel. And this also, when you also base it on the prediction of how others have treated you, you also aren't allowing them opportunity to growth. By going inward and checking in with yourself, asking yourself these questions, you're going to be able to understand and gain this higher knowledge that you can then work with and come out of the the hypnosis or whatever it is, the old pattern that you're repeating. Yeah. So transitions, accepting transitions in your life, adding some more color into your life. Perhaps make sure that you wear something today that has a lot of colors in it. That can be a sure way that you're calling upon Archangel Zadkiel, who is a rainbow of colors and there to help you with your, not just your spiritual beliefs, but also bring more joy back into your life, or true authentic joy, not just surface level joy. Yeah, let's see what message we have here. We have Rumi. All right, we have Rumi. Mystical knowing, breaking boundaries. Yeah, break those boundaries. Personal experience of God. Mystical knowing. Sometimes so breaking boundaries, this could be breaking barriers. Maybe perhaps, let's see. Maybe perhaps the breaking of the boundaries are necessary in this certain instance that you're dealing with at this time. Boundaries are there to help you. They're there to help your relationship with others. It's really boundaries. So there's so many different definitions of boundaries, right? Boundaries, we get this sense of like Sorry, I'm trying to, whew, my mind, you guys, it's like already gone from, the moon is already affecting me. I've got double Sagittarius in my chart, and the full moon's in Sag tomorrow, so pardon me. I'll take a sip of coffee real quick to try to help my spirit, my body, my mind. We are in Gemini season, which is of the air, and that is of the mind, that is of the communication, of ego, thoughts, beliefs, subconscious mind. Knowing how the mind can affect the ego. Now I'm going to try to find out what this means about breaking the boundaries. Boundaries are typically there to protect you, okay? You set boundaries with others. You set healthy boundaries with others, and boundaries can be as simple as, say you have a friend or a family member that comes over every night for dinner, and it's a lot for you because every night, you know, there may be nights that you want to do something for yourself, or maybe you want to just spend with your family. And yes, they could be going through a tough time right now, but it's very important for you to also honor yourself and make sure that you're holding space for yourself, for your time alone with family. So it's the tough conversation of just also letting the person know, hey, I really love you. I'm so grateful that we have got to spend this time together, but we're going to have to actually, let's set up an arrangement that's going to accommodate both of us, because we're going to need to have some family time that is just for us. And I do hope that you can honor and respect this. So let's set up a specific day of the week that you can come over for dinner. And we can, how about we just set up to where Wednesdays at 7, you come over and have dinner with us and we talk then, you know? Or like, how about Sundays, we spend Sundays together, you know, making it set to where, explaining to the person your needs, your desires, what you will allow in your life and what you're not going to allow in your life. And what you're not going to allow in your life is someone actually trying to have codependency of your life, or take over your life because of something that they're experiencing. This doesn't mean that you don't love them. This means that their experience is their own. This means that their experience is this is something that they must sort through themselves. It is not up to you to sort this out for them. And if it's a codependency issue, then it's something that is important for them to recognize, okay? And the same for you. If the roles are reversed and you're being needy and calling upon this person to spend every waking moment with you every day, all the time, you know, be at your beck and call. It's just, it's a lot to ask of someone. And there's this this chords, there's maybe some cord cutting that needs to happen. Sometimes boundaries, though, I felt with this, the breaking boundaries, I felt like with this boundary, it's, this is a boundary of more of the defined version of how people think boundaries are, cutting people out of your life. This doesn't mean you have to cut the person out of your life. It just means that you need to change it up. The schedule must change in order for everyone to feel as though their needs are being met. Okay? So, Rumi was a mystic poet. That's who he's definitely known for, the world's most popular poet. I'm sure you've heard of Rumi or maybe read some of his books. If not, this could be a good time for you to do so in order to help you with the transitions, the transitional phase that you're going through. Okay? One of his most loved phrases is, "The wound is where the light enters, for it shows that even in our darkest, most wounded moments, God will be there to lead us back to wholeness. So the message for this card is really asking you to break free of constraints of family, politics, religion, and anything else that has been telling you who you are and how you need to be. Yes, that's kind of what, anything that's like telling you who you are or how you need to be, it's time to really break those barriers. Your connection to the divine must come from personal experience, your own personal experience, and your own trust of what you believe and trust what you know. It's the only way that you're going to be able to really move forward and transition. And Rumi's light will help you move beyond the limitations of society or family traditions. Remain centered in your heart and let your personal experience of the divine lead the way. It isn't inauthentic to speak to others in their language or through their wording in order to get your point across. What's important is what you feel within and the deep knowing that no matter who you are or where you are loved by the power that created you. That is very important to remember and to know and hold dear at this time. Through transitions. Boundaries are transitions. Setting boundaries, honoring boundaries, breaking boundaries, those are all transitions. And they're typically very emotional ones, because it is all about, some will say that you're not honoring them or wanting to help them or heal them if you choose to live the life that you choose to live. You may be called selfish, you may be called self-centered, but it's important for you to know, do not allow others to tell you who you are or how you are. It's important for you to know, be grounded, embrace this Knight of Pentacles energy. This is a time of contemplation. It's time for you to think, sit and think. Your horse is standing still, it's not moving here. It's because he's in deep thought. He's grounding. You're grounding yourself. And look at this, gray. Remember in the book we had right here, I know the next step I must take along my path toward personal growth involves learning to live in the gray zone. The gray zone. And what did I say about gray? Gray actually represents wisdom. So that's wise. That's gaining wisdom for yourself and learning what your needs are, learning how they can be met. And Knight of Pentacles could show you, this could be a representation of you or someone else in your life, as well as this card, the King of Swords. So we go from this contemplation of thinking about the mystical knowing, thinking about the personal experience you have with Source, with God, with a higher power, with cosmic light, energy, what you have with this energy, contemplation, and moving to a very powerful King of Swords of where you're completely enlightened. You have clarity at this time. Your ego is been put in check. And also you've used the sword. This is where you're going to start cutting cords, cutting toxic cords, codependency cords, cords with any attachment that you have. Cords are attached with us through everything and anything. The cashier that checks us out at the grocery store we've connected. A cord has been created there. So it is important to do cord cutting ceremonies. Do it the way that you feel guided. Okay. Follow whatever your intuition or what Rumi brings to you for this cord cutting ceremony, because it's going to be important for the mind to actually allow allow the deciphering out and letting go of those beliefs, of those feelings, and those projections of others that are telling you what you need to do. You know, the friend or the person that they think that they're helping you, but they're always constantly, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need, you know, instead of actually really engaging in a conversation of where one person speaks, the other person just holds space or may offer a piece of advice. But I don't encourage telling another friend, you need this, you need that, especially considering you're also human and you also have things in your life. Sometimes it's important for others to tell us, you know, but it's not really necessary to explicitly just, you need this. You know, it may be more gentler and in a loving way or fashion if you suggest something as opposed to telling someone you need. But, you know, as opposed, maybe like, maybe you desire this. Maybe this would be of service for you. Maybe you're feeling guided to do that, you know, or engaging with the person and allowing them to be as they are, who they are. So there's like this sense of judgment, and you're going to cut this with this masculine energy of enlightenment, the King of Swords. You have a clear mindset. Clarity has come in. You have your sword ready, willing, and able to help you at all costs. Know what to do in any situation. You know, you're not afraid to tell the truth here. Sometimes it can be blunt, but it may need to be blunt in order for someone to understand. This is the message I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Be sure to check out the birthday reading if that resonates. Also, subscribe to my channel. I do daily angel numbers, angel cards, and animal spirits. Pull one card every day. It's about a minute long, not long at all. And this is really just to help you start to follow your own intuition, enhance your own abilities, and raise awareness to numbers around you that are around you every day, on clocks, on receipts, on addresses, phone numbers, everywhere, to be more aware and have a more conscious mindset, okay? This is a message we have for you. I hope it resonates. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.